Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Maurice and this is Tiny to Large. Here on this channel, I take a backdoor behind the scenes look into my main channel that I operate with my wife. It's a little bit over 9 months old and we've grown that channel to over 23,000 subscribers in just that short amount of time. And here on this channel, we help you do the same with your channel and your online presence through the experience that we've learned with ours. And in case you can't already tell, it is the 4th of July. So if you hear like bombs and firecrackers and all kinds of stuff going on outside, I couldn't help it. We're just going to celebrate the 4th of July together tonight. Now, thank you so much to those of you who have already left comments and subscribed to the channel. I welcome you to the family. I'm glad you're here. I welcome you to share this channel with a friend or two that you know are on YouTube and need help and maybe struggle to grow because we really are going to tackle some amazing challenges this year with this channel. Today, what I want to do is jump right into it, get right into the nitty gritty and tell you guys specifically how we grew our channel from 0 to 23,000 subscribers in a matter of just 9 months. And it really boils down to just 3 primary principles. So the first point I want to make is it is extremely important to have a connection with your audience. Now that sounds really broad and really, not specific. So let me get a little bit more into that. I got 3 specific bulleted points. The first one, and this might be the most important thing overall, is you have to make people feel something. It doesn't matter what they feel, and depending on what your channel is and what you cover, there's a variety of different things that you may make people feel, but they have to feel something. This could be laughter. This could be inspiration. This could be entertainment. This could be love and positive vibes. This could be motivation. There's so many different things, but you have to do that. If your content is random and nobody has any idea of really what to expect from you, or they don't come to your channel for a specific thing, even if you do variety videos, you have to give them something that they walk away from the video with. So how do you know if you're making people feel something? I think the easiest way is the comments. The comments are a great way to get feedback. And I'm going to put a few comments up on the screen right now for you guys to look at that I'm talking about. And you can see in all of these comments, the common thread is the people felt something when they watched the video. These comments come from all sorts of different videos on our channel and all sorts of different people, but you can see that common thread is something was moved in them, something they enjoyed and truly related to within the video. And that's what I'm describing that you absolutely have to do in every single one of your videos if you want to grow. The second way underneath of connecting with your audience is to respond to comments. This is direct feedback from your audience about what they like, what they don't like, what they want to see from you, what they don't want to see from you. And when you respond, people feel more of a connection to you. Sometimes they may read your response to somebody else's comment, and that makes them feel more connected to you, especially if they had a similar or the exact same question. So responding to comments is, my opinion, an absolute non-negotiable. Everybody should be responding to every single comment on their channel, especially if they're smaller than 200,000 subscribers. Now, sometimes a response may just be a smiley face. Sometimes it may just be a like and a love, or just a crying face, or whatever it is. But just showing your audience that you care, that you read the comments, that you appreciate the comments goes a long way in terms of them talking about your channel to their friends, coming back for more videos, and all of the other things that you need in order for the algorithm to finally and officially pick your channel up and kind of go with it. The third and final way that I would say that you can connect with your audience is you have to come up with creative ways to keep them engaged and keep them involved. So a couple of examples I can think of from our channel that we would do is, like, for example, if we would do a challenge where it's like a game, me versus my wife, we would actually let the audience pick the punishment for the losers. We're going to let you guys pick her punishment. So if you saw the game where we played, who knows who better, you know that I lost the game. And then if you watched our most recent culture video at the end, you saw that we tagged on the punishment where I had to cook her a full meal, wipe the corners of her mouth, all these different things that you guys said. And we're doing the same thing for this. So drop your ideas down below for her punishment if she loses.
If I lose.
And whichever comment gets the most likes, she's going to do on camera. And we're going to give that to you guys at a later date. So what does this do? It does a lot, actually, right? You get a lot more comments because you have people commenting what they think the punishment should be. You got more engagement because people are in there reading those comments and liking different comments that they want to see pushed to the top. And the third thing is they just feel more connected. They have a part of the outcome associated with your video. It's not just logging on to YouTube or cutting on their phone and just seeing random content or seeing a random video, but they actually have a part in it. People get so excited when they see their comment pop up on the screen, or they see that you picked their punishment, and they'll comment on the next video about how excited they were about the last one. So those are just 3 ways. There's certainly more ways to connect with your audience, but those are 3 pretty specific examples that we do on our channel that have helped us to grow so fast. The second of the top 3 things I would say that are extremely important to grow your channel fast would be exposure. So you can connect with your audience all you want, but if nobody's finding your channel, you really don't have anyone to connect with initially. You need additional exposure to get your channel out there to more people, and it gives more signals and more signs to the algorithm that there's something here that YouTube should look at, YouTube should consider, YouTube should give you more impressions, right? So how do you get exposure? You get exposure 2 ways. Both of them involve promotion. Some of the promotion comes from other people. Some of the promotion will come from yourself. Let's talk about other people first. Collaboration, right? I'm going to do a lot of videos on this channel about collaboration because it was one of the biggest pieces to how we grew our channel so fast. But collaboration is basically anything that gets your platform, your channel, your information in front of somebody else's audience. This can come in the form of being featured on someone else's YouTube video. This can come in the form of a podcast, an Instagram post, major media. We've done all of those. We've actually done not quite 30, but almost 30 different collaborations in 9 months on YouTube, which is a ton, because on top of our normal recording schedule, we're also working with other brands, other people, other YouTubers and creators on the platform and other platforms. Now you might ask, why would someone want to collaborate with me? It's all about what you offer. I don't want to get too much into that right now because I want to do an entirely other video on this. But basically, when you can communicate to somebody else what you have to offer to their audience, they're more likely to work with you. Now, the second method of exposure that I mentioned was self-promotion. Now, self-promotion gets a really bad name, and when you're in Facebook groups and talking with other creators and things like that, there's kind of like a dark cloud over the whole self-promotion thing. I don't think self-promotion is bad at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with self-promotion at all. There is a big problem with spam, and I'm going to tell you the difference. Spam is when you just go drop your link somewhere that nobody asked for it, nobody cares about it, and frankly, nobody's even going to watch it. Self-promotion comes in a variety of different forms. Some of it includes sharing your videos on different platforms. Here's the difference. When you promote yourself, you're actually giving a value to that audience, a value proposition to that audience. So for example, on our channel, we talked about our debt-free journey before, right? So there's several Dave Ramsey and other debt-free financial enthusiast groups on Facebook, some of which say no links, others allow links. So if I have a link to a video on my channel that talks about how we got out of debt, and this is a group of people that are looking to get out of debt, I'm not spamming them because I'm giving them information that they're looking for, and links are allowed. The key is actually connecting it to that audience. We talked about connection earlier. You have to connect your post to the audience where you're posting it at. I'm not going to just go drop the link and say, hey, here's how we got out of debt. I'm going to actually go in and give them some detail, tell them our story a little bit, give them a little bit of information, understand the group that I'm in and kind of the atmosphere of that specific group so that my post makes more sense and it comes off and relates to more people. We don't really do a lot of self-promotion anymore because now the algorithm is kind of picking us up and we really see that there's more coming from suggested than any external site. But early on, we would share our videos to our Facebook accounts, our Twitter accounts, Instagram, Reddit. There are all kinds of different ways that we would share our videos. I also want to challenge you to think outside of the box. Self-promotion is not just sharing a link to a group or whatever. There's all kinds of different ways. So for example, our channel, we live in a tiny house, and that tiny house is parked in a tiny house community. That tiny house community gets a ton of attention. People drive by in and out all day, every day pretty much. It's actually kind of annoying, but I was going to take advantage of it. So what we did was we got 2 window decals. If people are going to be driving by here looking at the house anyway, we may as well get them to understand that we have a channel and maybe they'll go subscribe, and we've gotten tons of subscribers off of our window decals. Another thing that we did is we actually put together business cards for our channel. There were several events where our community where we live with all the tiny houses were basically I don't want to say open for the public, but the public could come in and do tours of the property. And then any homeowners that lived here, they could open up their doors and allow people to kind of take a peek inside and check things out if the owners wanted to. We took advantage of that. And every person that stepped in, we told them about our channel with our business cards and in person, just chatting with them, and got a ton of subscribers off of that as well. Another creative thing that we've done has been public videos. We went out in public one time and we asked people what they thought about tiny house living, but we didn't tell them that we lived in a tiny house. So it was a really funny video, but every single person we interviewed, guess what we had? 5, 6, 7, 8 people standing around kind of trying to figure out what was going on. Who are these people with this camera and this mic? So what do? We shared our channel with the person we talked to, and we shared our channel with all the people that were around. So there's all kinds of different creative ways that you can get your name out there and pique people's interest about what you do, who you are, what you're all about, that don't involve dropping your links in random places on the internet. You really just have to get creative, think outside the box, think about what ways you can incorporate either public or privately or however you want to do it. You got to be able to get your name out there. Until the algorithm picks you up, you have to do the job of pushing and pushing and pushing and getting your information out there and making it relatable to people. So the third and final thing that helped us get from 0 to 23,000 subscribers in 9 months was consistency. Now this is usually the part where people just talk about upload consistency, which is super important. I'm not going to say it's not. We've always uploaded every single week since we started and haven't missed one. But I also want to talk about consistency of quality. Your audience is not dumb. They understand when you're just throwing a video up to throw a video up. So one of the things that we really focused on was always giving our very best to every single edit and every single video. There's been nights I've been up all the way until 8 a.m. the next morning just to get our video up on time, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. There's been so many all-nighters just depending on what was going on in my life or if something got backed up where I really just had to do what I had to do in order to get the job done. You have to take that same mentality to your channel. We have a ton of fun on our channel. We have a blast. We laugh. We joke. We do all kinds of fun stuff. But there is a work component to it, and you have to embrace that. If you don't embrace that, I'm sorry, but you're not going to grow. I will say one of our most heavy edits was a video where we basically like played hide and seek in the tiny house. And then there was another video that we did that was kind of more of like a cultural challenge. Those two were the heaviest edits. For every 1 minute of video, it was about 2 hours worth of editing. You do the math on that and see. I have a certain editing style. When I get to a certain point and I know that a graphic will make it better or a sound effect will make it better or a screen grab or a screen record will make what I'm saying come across to the audience in a more fluid or consistent or entertaining way, you can't skip past those points just because you're tired or just because it's been a long edit or just because you got a lot of other things going on. You have to focus and you have to get every single one and nail them down every single time. And then over time, your audience begins to understand that you care about what you're doing. You're consistent with what you're doing. You put all of your effort into what you're doing and they appreciate that. I'm going to pop some comments up on the screen right now. Like, we get it all the time how much people appreciate and see what we're doing. And even though they may not understand all of the ins and outs of YouTube, people understand when somebody cares about it and they're putting energy and effort and time into making it a quality product. So just to recap, connection with the audience, exposure, and consistency. In my opinion, those three are by far the top 3 and most important things you can do early on in your channel to get it off the ground as fast as possible. I know it doesn't sound easy. I know it sounds hard, but that's honestly what it takes. And I pride myself on this channel of sharing the honest truth with you guys. So there it is, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below. I'll be back with more content very soon.